Today is a big day. It's a big deal. There's something very exciting going on. I have a package to get. I'm going to go downstairs, pick up the package, open it up, and see what's inside. It's a big deal. It's a big day. I'm very excited. What I ordered, what is arriving today, what has been officially delivered about half an hour ago, is something game-changing. I'm very excited. I have the package here. I am very excited to dig into this. First of all, I want to state, while we are here in LA for this 2 to 3 month period, I couldn't bring my studio lights, so I'm working with the situation that I've got. Please ignore these strange shadows. I apologize for that. I'm working with what I have at the moment. Also, sorry about that whole situation. Let's not pay attention to that. I'm going to jump into this box and see what's inside. That's a complete lie. I 100% know what's inside, but hopefully it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. What's inside should be a camera, a case, a memory card, 2 batteries, 2 extra batteries, so total of 3, and 2 extra chargers. I'm super excited. I'm going to dig into this right now. This is a big deal. I'm very excited. One second. Got it. Okay. So I got what I was looking for. Also, the case that's coming with what I'm about to open may or may not be the case that I will use going forward. Yeah. Up to this point, I've been using this here. Canon G7X. This is the Canon G7. Oh wow, that's very fun. This is the Canon G7X Mark II. This is a fantastic vlogging camera. This is a great secondary, smaller camera. I love it, but there are some quirks with this camera. That I'm not too happy about. I've been dealing with it up to this point, but I've been noticing them more and more recently. I've been using this camera for almost 1.5 years as my, originally it was my main camera. I mean, it's great for vlogging, it's great, but then I got this camera most recently. Actually, before this, this is my second DSLR. This is the Canon 80D. Before this, I had the Canon T7i, great camera. This, fantastic camera. This is my main shooter. This has now become my secondary camera, but I am now realizing that the quirks are more obvious than they seemed before, and I'm very excited about what's inside this box. I really want to get into it, and hopefully, if all goes planned, what's inside here can replace this camera. I'm very happy with it. I've tested it in the stores all the time. People rave about what's inside this box. I'm going to put this camera away. This will not be my main shooter. This will be probably for vlogging half of the time and for shooting tutorial videos, or I've never done a tutorial video. for my secondary camera, my second shooter, this is my primary camera, the one that will be right behind that I'll be using it like probably 30 to 40% of the time for vlogging. This camera will replace this. This was $1,000 just for the camera. I'm gonna stop talking and get into the camera. Let's go right now. I'm very excited. This, I spent about $1,098 US dollars from B&H. Thank you, B&H. To get this replacement set up for my secondary camera. If you do enjoy this video, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you guys do want to see similar content similar to this video, and if you're excited for the content that I'm going to make with this new camera, then hopefully, if I like the camera, which I can't imagine that I wouldn't, be sure to smash the like button and be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that other stuff. And also comment down below if you have any questions on this camera. If you have any comments like, hey, yeah, I like your old camera, cool. Or hey, this camera is so much better, which I'm assuming I'm gonna see more of those kind of comments. Then be sure to leave those down below and be sure to share this with your friends and family. Share this with your dog and your grandma and your... Okay, let's get straight into the camera. I love Canon. I love Canon. I've been trying to stay away from Sony for a very long time. The focusing and every part of this camera, basically this camera, the Canon G7X II, this camera does everything this camera does, but like 5 times better, 10 times better. I've been avoiding switching to Sony for a very long time. Everybody seems to be doing it, so it must be good in some realm. I've been a Canon consumer for a very, very long time, even though I'm only 13. The Sony camera's in this box. Here goes nothing. Whoa. Case thing. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. I normally use Extreme Pro SanDisk cards. This is an Extreme card that came with it from SanDisk. All right. Maybe you can try it out on this camera. Also, this camera has 4K, which is a huge deal. Battery and charger. This camera normally is USB charged, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Sorry if that was too loud. I actually don't know. Is that too loud? I did turn it up a little bit because I'm further away from the camera than normal. Hopefully it's not clipping. Secondary battery and charger. This is a wall charger, and it can also be charged by USB. So I have 2 of these, and I have 2 chargers and 3 batteries at the end of the day. And here it is. Whoa. Yeah, $1,098 US dollars. I forget I spent that much money. Is this expensive? Yes. Is it worthwhile? Hopefully. Whoa. Sony camera. I've never owned a Sony camera before. I'm excited. This is the Sony RX100 Mark V. Camera strap, some sort of charger, charging cord. These things, and my first Sony battery that I've ever owned. This is a Sony NP BX1. So this is a Sony battery, apparently. It's apparently what it looks like. And now, the main event. I am extremely excited to open this camera. This will hopefully become my main point and shoot. This is the Canon G7X II. I'm going to take this, set this aside right there. And here comes the new Sony point and shoot. I am so excited. Whoa, nice. Whoa, this feels super robust. Oh my God. This just, oh man, I like this. This feels expensive. Let me open this. This is a SanDisk Extreme 64 gigabyte card. Okay. Done. This is the Sony RX100 Mark V. This feels so robust. First time powering it on. Also, there's no touchscreen on this camera. I think I'm gonna get over that quickly. So it came on auto mode. Oh, watch this. So it first comes on auto mode. If you switch it, to movie mode, and then it immediately comes on, I believe it was on program auto. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put it all the way down to manual exposure. Okay, so there's so many settings to adjust. I actually learned a lot of how you like go around with the camera, how you operate the camera in the store at like Best Buy. And I practiced it last New York shooting. That's fine. Shooting time when we were shooting the Dangerous Book for Boys, and I was at B&H. I got the chance to try it out, and I learned my way around the camera, so now I kind of know how to operate it. Autofocus drive speed, I'm going to set that to normal. Picture style, I'm going to set to standard, probably. And then picture effect, no. Picture profile, I'm going to turn for off. I'm just doing a lot of program, like basic stuff for now. There's so many settings I'm going to mess with. Focus behind me. Focus on me. Focus behind me. Focus on me. It's pretty quick. Now, when I'm zoomed in to 70 millimeters, whoa. I just adjusted the shutter speed super quickly. It's like you can accidentally mess with it. And focus on the background. What am I doing? Focus on the background. Focus on me. Background, me. Background, me. Oh, it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Lighting isn't super ideal here. I love the layout. Cool, okay, so now focus on the ground. Here. Focus on the camera. Focus on the battery pack. Camera. Battery pack. Cool. Okay. Well, I like this so far. So now it's focus that way. Focus on me. Whoa, it's already there. Focus there. Focus on me. It's already there. It's so quick. And this is like without messing with a ton of the settings. It's a bit flat, just right out of the camera, but I can adjust it later. I'm also curious how the microphone is. The microphone was okay on the G7X. Focus behind me. Focus on me. It's pretty quick. So focus on the box. Focus on Sony. Yeah, and I don't even have it at its fastest speed because I don't want it to be clip, 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 clip. I have it set to normal. All right, cool. Well, let me stop recording. First impressions, amazing camera. This is a big deal. I'll be using this all the time, I have a feeling. Yeah, actually, one final thing. Okay, so what I am doing here is I have the quick release plate for my Joby GorillaPod 5K kit, which I actually unboxed on this channel. Also, my dad says I've kind of turned to the dark side because now, I mean, I've like half turned to the dark side because I'm using a Canon DSLR. The Canon 80D is a fantastic camera, but I'm also going to be using the Sony RX100 Mark V. So I'm like halfway on the dark side. Okay, this looks kind of ridiculous. This looks kind of ridiculous, but let's just try this out. Let's see this. It's pretty wide if you fully extend your arm with the GorillaPod. Like if I'm hand holding, this is probably about the widest I can hold it out, which is pretty wide. It's pretty wide. But then if I take the GorillaPod, I just take the next step further. My battery's gonna die because I didn't charge it, but this is pretty much gonna wrap up this video. First impressions of this camera, very high. I love it already. Like this camera is such a pro camera. I mean, I just love the whole design of it, the whole look. Like, I just love everything about it just already. It's great. So I think I'm gonna keep it. I've been browsing through the menus a bit, changed some settings. So far, initial first impressions, I really like this camera, and I think it's gonna be sticking around. I think at this point, I'm going to be using the Canon 80D with the Sony RX100 V. I'm sorry, Canon G7X II. I think I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Yeah, I'm kind of cheating on you. Yeah, I think I like the Sony. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the Sony instead. I'm so sorry. I know, you were a great camera, little boy. Okay. So, as you can already see, the Canon's having a bit of trouble. And go over here. Oh, I have this GorillaPod thing on. Okay, so right here, and go over here. See, the Sony's like already there, okay. And focus on Sony. Yeah, the Sony's already there. That was just a brief test. Brief test for autofocus. More will be coming in the future on these cameras. I cannot make a final verdict after today, but I can strongly, confidently say that this is an excellent camera, and I love it. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all the content that I produce. I'm going to be making lots of videos with this new point-and-shoot camera. This will be my secondary camera, the Sony RX100 V. Very excited about this camera. I'm going to be using it a lot. Oh, also, I forgot to mention one thing. I'm not really going over the specs. There's a little viewfinder. Yeah, so there's a viewfinder and stuff. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to subscribe to the channel to be up to date on all of my content, and be sure to smash the like button if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content with this camera. If you have any comments or questions that you want to share down below, you can write them in the comments section. Be sure to share this with anybody who's trying to decide between the two cameras. Be sure to share this with anybody who has this camera, who's looking at to get this camera, or anybody who has this camera and is looking for an upgrade. I'm referring to the Canon here. If you have the Canon, you're looking for an upgrade, the RX100 is a fantastic camera. You may want to look at that. Anyway, guys, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to receive all of my information that I'm giving out on my life and everything. If you want to stay up to date, if you don't care about any of that, then just go ahead and follow them anyway. I will see you guys in the next video. And the thing that I've been holding back is, I love Canon. And I've been holding back saying this for a very long time. Sony makes great cameras, and I halfway switched to Sony. Come on, power on. What? Oh, is the battery dead? I think the battery's dead. Ah, that's annoying. If you did enjoy this video, then be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next one. I halfway switched to Sony, guys. See you in the next one. Bye!